Yo, what's up, fellas? Your boy Fry is back to deliver you a new review for this month's chapter of Record of the Ragnarok 82. At this point, y'all should know there's gonna be spoilers, so if you get spoiled, then that's on you. Also, swing your mans a like and subscribe to help my spirit bomb move defeat my inner demons. Also, you would want to sub for future chapter reviews. So to quickly go over chapter 81, Apollo only sought to meet everyone's expectations and came with the idea to beat Leo at his own game by making a smaller ring. Apollo then goes Super Saiyan from the expectations placed on him. Garel and Leo agreed to make Apollo bow first before killing him, and we get another weapon transformation that leads to the start of another battle. Now Leo may have the strength, but Apollo always manages to dodge Leo's attacks and counter his blows. Apollo himself even acknowledges that Leo is dangerous and tries to restrain his movements. This does not stop Leo from still swinging, but he is met with a blow right to the face, and Apollo then decides to make Leo bow with a charged punch. While things did look a little hairy for Leo, my man stood strong, delivered his classic Sparta line with a headbutt to Apollo, stunning him long enough to bonk the shit out of Apollo and cause him to fly out the ring. We are then left with Leo asking, how does it feel to be looked down upon? Now, onto the current chapter, we see that Apollo is looking just straight down bad. Sparta is hyped for our boy as usual, and ladies are stunned to see Apollo in such a state. Meanwhile, Jack and his teammate Locke praises Leo and Garel for being strong and tenacious together, making them a terrifying team. Honestly, fellas, she might be my favorite Valkyrie. I'm gonna be hella livid if she dies. Apollo then raises his head, and we are shown a gnarly gash that he has on the center of his face, most likely scarring him. Apollo tries to get up, but falls to the ground again, where Leo tells Apollo to just give up and stop trying to humiliate himself. Apollo, however, disagrees and argues that getting up with the burning desire to beat Leo is the most beautiful thing ever. Honestly, he's right with this one. All the fighters we've seen so far have given it their all to fight and defeat their opponent, no matter what the circumstance, and I believe that's a huge part of the reason we love these fights, because in Apollo's term, this is true beauty. This is also probably what he meant when he said the other gods died beautifully, but I digress. After his claim, the god started to call his bluff and stated he didn't know his place. This surprisingly caused Ares to come in and defend Apollo's name, claiming that Apollo isn't one to talk shit or bluff. We are then brought into an Apollo flashback, where the ancient Greek initially saw Apollo as an overconfident god, but Apollo is actually truly a nice guy. During this flashback, we are told a story about a monster named Python, who was banished from heaven due to his looks, and who now terrorized the villagers and defeated all those who challenged him. Apollo hears that this Python guy beat up his brother Ares' soldiers and went to deal with him to not trouble Ares anymore. Python attacks, but is beaten in one blow, and seeing Python's determination to still fight, Apollo offers Python to come back the next day each time he is defeated. Python accepts this and gets the shit beat out of him for numerous days on end, until one day Apollo asks, bro, why are you willing to go so far? And Python confides to Apollo that he was born a monster, and no matter where he went, he was treated as such. Whereas for Apollo, Python felt it was different for him since he's beautiful, strong, and reliable, and for that, Python wanted to prove himself by not losing or giving up. Apollo compliments how beautiful he is for fighting with his very soul for such a cause, and claims to understand exactly how he feels. Here is revealed Apollo back then was actually seen as a mediocre god and only gained all of his titles through hard work, training, and dedication to his techniques. It was only then that Apollo was accepted as one of the 12 Olympians. Apollo then states that those who do not choose to move forward or choose to rest in good fortune are unbeautiful, but those that know that they need to get stronger or better, those that are not afraid to change for the better, and those that really know themselves are truly the most beautiful ones and deserve to have a voice. Python feels bad that he hurt people, and Apollo reassures him that's not his fault, since the people did attack him and he initially did it in self-defense. Apollo then says his goodbyes, Python agrees to never lose again, and Apollo admires his beauty. Later on, Python stopped attacking the villages and instead assisted them in guarding a temple that he built for Apollo, where Python inscribed, "By knowing yourself, you can surpass yourself." Apollo's true strength comes from him willing to always improve and become more beautiful. Apollo gladly states that he'll now burn his very soul into the fight, which gets Leo excited, and he responds with that he'll murder Apollo with all of his strength. Apollo admits that Leo's last attack was beautiful and sees that Leo's someone who knows himself and is willing to burn his soul. Lastly, we are left with Apollo suggesting they fight all out with their souls burning to their heart's content. Overall, really great chapter that almost made me completely start rooting for Apollo. Leo even seemed to be touched a bit by Apollo himself. I really resonate a lot with his ideals and the way his mindset is now that this flashback has fleshed out his character more, especially the part where he always seeks to improve himself. Now, this might make me think that Leo might lose if he too doesn't improve, since all the fighters that tried to simply overpower the gods lost, rather than the ones that actually used techniques. Lastly, I'm honestly surprised that Apollo took that hard blow without getting tight. Hell, I wouldn't even be able to stand after that one. Can't wait to see how things go in the next chapter, and that's all I have for y'all for today. Let me know what y'all think might happen for the next chapter, and don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe if y'all haven't already. Thank you for y'all time. Hope y'all have a great day. Peace.